Hello world, it's Birdo Prey 5, Qapla. So here I am to review this series Extraordinary. The first season recently dropped to Hulu. There are 8 episodes, each 30 minutes or so a piece, roughly 4 short hours of content. It is a comedy. It is based in the UK, so everyone speaks like Mary Poppins, they do. Oh, okay, I do a terrible British accent, but you get what I'm saying. For some Americans, that's a problem. For others, it's no big deal. I got used to it pretty quickly. Let's not beat around the bush. No pun intended, but this is a female-written, female-starring comedy, okay? And it's the year 2023, so literally 30 seconds into the first episode, and you've already heard about 2 bodily fluid movements, including her tampons, 30 seconds in, and we're already hearing about the main character's tampons. You know, I think back to even 10, 20 years ago, and you had comedians like Amy Schumer on stage, and the only laughs she could get, and I hate to even say this word, I don't mean to say it in a derogatory manner, YouTube, but the only way women can get laughs is talking about their pussies. It's a word I don't even like to say. I could say their vaginas, but Amy Schumer gets up on stage. My vagina is so dry. It's like Arizona, but at least it's a dry heat. Ha 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 ha, laugh. Lucille Ball would be rolling in her grave to see the glass ceilings that people like Lucille Ball shattered, and Goldie Hawn, and what 50 years later, what are the women doing? Are they owning their own companies like Lucille Ball, Desi Lou, Lucille Ball? Without Lucille Ball, we wouldn't have had Star Trek. So what are the female comedians doing decades later after Lucille Ball, decades later after Goldie Hawn? They're talking about their vaginas on stage and getting laughs. And so this is another very woke, okay, woke level 9 comedy. It's got all the boxes checked. You've got people of all the ethnicities, people of all the sexual orientations. The women always get told how special and how lovely they are, and all the other women tell, how great everything is. But, once you get past that, and I'll be honest, it takes 2-3 episodes to get past that. If you take the full 8 episodes as a whole, it's a comedy. And yes, I laughed. I laughed out loud more than once. It's not a great comedy. It's not an 8, 9, or 10. I don't even think I'd rate this a 7. But is it more interesting than watching paint dry? Is it more interesting than, playing Wordle back to back? Is it more interesting than playing a free-to-play poker game like Governor of Poker 3? Link in the description if you want to play with me. Yeah, it probably is. If it's a rainy day, you're with friends, you have 4 hours to kill, you should watch it. It's on Hulu. Don't buy Hulu to get this series. But if you already have Hulu, it's called Extraordinary. It's worth a watch. So basically, it's in a world. It's in today's world, except, and they don't really go into the history. You got to pick it up along the way. But for some reason, inexplicably, about, I would guess, a decade or so ago, all humans started getting superpowers. Everybody. And kids don't have them, but on or about their 18th birthday, you mysteriously get your superpower. What it is has absolutely nothing to do with the type of person you are. It has nothing to do with your parents. It's just, random chance. So you've got to kind of figure out what your superpower is. You don't know if you get it on your 18th birthday. It could be a day later, a week later, a month later, a year later, 2 years. But for the main character of this show, she's 25 and has yet to get her superpower. So there is a very, very small minority of people, if any, on the planet that don't have their superpower by age 25. Now, there are businesses, there have become, places you can go to try and make your superpower come out, but those are really more for like the 18, 19, 20-year-olds, who haven't figured out what their superpower is. Because you remember, you might be super strong, you might be able to fly, you might be able to turn into animals, you might be able to turn back time itself. And these are all superpowers you're going to see in the first episode or two. So, and they're in the trailer, so I'm not spoiling anything. But then there are also other harder to discover superpowers. Like maybe you can, and I'm just making this type of stuff up. Maybe you could read Klingon, but you wouldn't know that you could magically read Klingon until you saw a book that was actually written in Klingon. Like, oh shit, I can read any language, maybe that's your superpower. Maybe your superpower is you can turn all the leaves on a tree from brown to green, but you wouldn't know it until you actually walked up to a tree where all the leaves were brown and, cast the spell and said, live tree, and then the tree turns green. So, you can have a really shitty, mundane superpower, but it is a power. This girl supposedly has no power. And she's a typical Gen Z, I guess, woman. She lives with a couple of friends in London. I suppose it's London. Any place where they speak British English, that's a major city, is London to me. It's funny. You get to see what her flatmates, that's English for roommates. They have jobs, or at least some of them do. And as the women in the show go, they're mostly easy on the eyes, so it makes watching it fairly easy. As a toxic male, I was okay with watching. As the dudes on the show go, I mean, Jesus Christ, I don't know. I guess they don't care about casting men that look as attractive as the ladies, but, that's fine with me because I sure as hell don't care. Ladies, I don't know if there's any guys there for you or not, because if I had to guess, I would say no, but for all I know, women find really scrawny guys with unkept hair, and you can easily tell, some type of bodily odor attractive these days. I don't know. I don't care. I know as a toxic male that the women were cute. The women were cute and frankly quite slutty. So I was okay with that. It kept my attention, if you understand my meaning. So yeah, it's worth watching. It is not for kids. I wouldn't even let, frankly, I wouldn't even let young teenagers watch, but, that's me. I'm sure they already are. It's probably their main audience. I'm sure the star of the show, whose name I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce, would stand up and say, "It's not made for you," being a 44-year-old, American straight white male. Sure, I'm not her intended audience, but, Hulu put it up there for me to watch, so I checked it out, and I say, you know what? It's kind of funny. There are worse ways to waste 4 hours of your day or your week. So I give it a 6 out of 10. Check it out or don't. I hope you find something else to do with your time if you have more to waste. If you would rather waste it watching my videos, that's good too. Anyway, until next time, Qapla all, bird out.